I disagree with you on one point. We're not destroyed.
No, no. I mean, as
I just celebrated or helped to celebrate the 50th anniversary of my brother-in-law and sister, who've been married for 50 years and raised four wonderful boys, and they've got wonderful kids. It's like the left as well as the right, sadly, does not promote or trumpet the strength of the Black community, even though they were targeted for destruction. I agree with you on that. And what else is new? But
right,
the fact that we triumphed, the fact that we have Ben Carson's and Dr. Carol Swain and so many other people who are thinkers on the right, the younger generation, we've got that going on. But my sadness is that not only the Republican Party, but certain conservative groups do not pay attention. That group also wants to keep us victimized. And it's like, no,
well,
we're not
exactly,
victims. We're doing some awesome things. And the majority of people, the votership, and especially black men are supporting President Trump. They're not supporting the Republican Party. They're supporting President Trump. So if
right.
the Republican Party could get smart and start promoting people who are giving the Black community an uplift and paying attention to things that don't give them a talking point of victimhood, then they probably do a whole lot better in voting for other candidates on the ticket. But right now, Black men and definitely some Black families are promoting President Trump no matter what is going
Right.
on, because they understand that he's going to allow them to continue in their freedoms, kind of like that gay young man. It's like, if you're going to leave me alone to live my liberties out with my gun rights and with being able to economically do, I mean, we are some of the most entrepreneurial generation people on the planet, and these laws are destroying that. So we support anyone who's going to push those laws back and who's going to allow us our freedom. And the Republican Party needs to start understanding that. But you
That's
reckon?
what you just said there is very interesting. That you would have a group of people who would support President Trump, but not support the people who support the Trump agenda.
Right.
That's a big disconnect, isn't it? Because everyone who's on the Democratic side will vote against Trump. So if you say, I'm going to support Trump, but I'm going to support the Democrat in the House or the Senate, then you just wasted your vote for Trump because
Not
they're going to
necessarily.
attack everything he does.
Yeah, not necessarily. Again, don't look at it as, well, we're just going to support the Democrats. Some of us aren't going to vote. I'm not saying
Well,
I'm
that's
I'm
even
not,
worse.
but I know some of them just, we're not going to vote down the ticket. It should be an opportunity, as far as I'm concerned, for that Republican candidate, whoever that is in that district, to start upping their game and doing what Trump did, going into the Bronx, going into these communities and stating their case.
Right.
Because right now it just seems like, oh, you're either wanting to use the African American community, or you want to ignore it as if it doesn't exist or doesn't matter. And neither tactic works. And I'm not
Right.
saying it's a good thing that they won't vote down the ticket, but there's legitimate reason why people won't. That they want to be courted like any other people group. As the Republican Party is doing with the log cabin Republicans in California, and I think it's Richard Grinnell is a Californian, the catering and chasing after them. Why aren't you chasing after the Black vote? Why isn't any decent, credible candidate able to overturn Maxine Waters? The woman's a joke. She's been a joke for a long. I lived near her district. She's been a joke for a long, long time.
Well, why do you
But
think they
but they
support her?
but the California GOP keeps supporting these clown candidates legitimately,
Right.
who will not give her a credible race.
Right. Or
Kind of like you credibly are competing against Norma Torres, and they
not
aren't giving
according
you
to the
a
Orange
chance.
County Register.
Yeah, but right. According to the Orange County Register, you're just QAnon, and this is unfortunate, and Torres is going to win again.
Right.
They've already,
Of
predicted
course.
that.
Yeah, that's the Soros playbook. Um, but I'm really intrigued by this conversation with you because
Yeah.
I met I joined a cigar club recently,
Okay.
and I was there, and it was just all black men playing pool, drinking, smoking cigars,
Nice.
and I started talking to them. I stopped 3 hours later,
Yeah.
and they were all on board. In fact, one of them has a big barbecue place. He says, "You bring your material by, and we're going to put your flyer in every to-go order."
Yeah. And
Two
and
issues.
yeah.
Two issues resonated with them completely. One was vocational training in school.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to teach trades. We've
Big
got to
time.
teach young men. Not everybody needs to go to college. In fact, a lot of them shouldn't go to college, but
Yeah.
they need to learn a skill with
Mm-hmm.
their hands and their brains. How to be a welder, how to be an electrician, a pipe fitter, a plumber, something where
It
you can
takes a
support a
huge
family.
amount of intelligence to do those jobs.